Hi everyone. Here we are on YouTube with the last hour for Paris attacks. Eyewitness account of terror, ABC News. Paris attacks, terrifying scenes from French stadium. Paris attacks on social media. New York Times. Former U.S. official comments on implications of Paris attacks. Okay, now that sounds interesting. Paris attacks, guided meditation for healing humanity. How about praying to God and getting rid of all this freaking worldliness? The entire world is a no-go zone. Have you noticed? Paris, France, Germany, Norway, Sweden, Croatia, Slovakia, Serbia, Poland, Hungary. Even if they shut out people from going to Hungary, they have animal brothels in legal. Greece, can't go there anymore. Can't go to Iraq, can't go to Syria. Where else can you go? Hong Kong's not bad. In fact, in Hong Kong, just to let you know, it's the holiday season or Christmas season, and you even go into the public restrooms and they're playing Little Town of Bethlehem or other Christmas carols. It's so great. You know, you go to the supermarkets, they're all playing these songs. But probably not in the USA. Anyway, all right, the National, Paris attacks, gunfight in the streets. They want this because they're going to close the borders and they're going to impose their plans for the universal ID, and they're going to tighten their grip, and this is what's going to happen. So it's lining up pretty soon for people to choose sides, and it's obvious. God is love, and there's dark things happening. So don't worry though, even if you're in the midst of this, greater is he who is in you than he who is in the world, and to die is gain. And this life is a blade of grass. Paris attacks 3 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago, HMTV. Of course, Obama is all over the news in Paris. 153 people, over 120 people, so they're tallying up the numbers now. 170. It's going to be over 200. This is going to be a pivotal event to affect the whole world. So I would like to click on Obama. Paris attacks target all of humanity for universal ID, that we have to do it sooner than we thought. Because everything that happens is to usher this in. Because now they're closing the borders. All the countries in Europe are ready at a moment's notice to stop the Schengen policy of open borders. Now you're going to have to show passports. If you don't have a passport, you're going to get the number. And you're going to be given a card. And then since everybody loses those or throws them away, that's going to slow up the process, because everything is about speed now too. And people are not going to be tolerant of anybody who gets in the way of this whole new one world religion, one world monetary system, cashless society, etc., etc. It's all planned. Oh, well, let's see. I wanted to click on this one, and now I can't even find it. All right, right here. Former U.S. official comments on implications of Paris attacks. Okay, Al Jazeera is really a fake news site. Fake, fake, fake. So let's see what she says. Well, actually, this won't go because I'm uploading another video, so that slows it down. But see what the comments say also. Slow to load.
Well, joining us now from Washington, D.C. is Hillary Mann Leverett, a former White House national security official. Always good to have you with us on Al Jazeera, Ms. Mann Leverett. How will the White House be watching what's happening in Paris?
Well, I think President Obama, spoke to this directly. They're watching it, I think, very carefully, very intensely, with a great deal of shock. I think that's a genuine sentiment. For most of the day today here in Washington, there was a lot of I would say, happiness with U.S. strategy, with Western strategy against ISIS, against the Islamic State. There was the killing of Jihad John today, or the probable killing of him today, which many in Washington were patting themselves on the back, which, again, another step in the a successful fight against terrorism. There was the retaking of Sinjar today, which also was seen as another success in the fight against ISIS. And I think this really has come and will continue to be a shock to many here who have thought that the fight against ISIS and the Islamic State was going rather well. So I think the sentiment of shock is genuine, but is a little bit strange. We've seen the numbers, just the clear data in terms of looking at ISIS. And I should pause for a second and to say we don't know if this attack really is connected to ISIS, but given their track record and what they've said and what they're saying on social media, I think it's fair to bring that into the center of the conversation. If you look at all of the data in terms of the number of people who have joined ISIS since the coalition started bombing it, in terms of the population they control, that has all gone up, even though leaders, whether it's here in Washington or, I'm sorry to say, even in Paris, have been talking about the successful prosecution of a counterterrorism fight against ISIS or the Islamic State. That has just not been the case now for nearly 2 years. And unfortunately, we've had these attacks today that I think will continue to prove the point. In addition, we've had, if they are responsible, if the Islamic State is responsible, this will be the second massive terrorist attack on civilians this month. If you buy the theory, which I think there's some evidence for so far, that ISIS brought down this Russian airliner leaving Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt. So the idea that somehow the Islamic State was on its last legs, we were winning the war against them, their ability, if in fact they are responsible for this and for the downing of the Russian airliner, their ability to strike anywhere, anytime, to get a suicide bomber into the stadium where President Hollande was watching a soccer game, their ability to do that puts Al-Qaeda into the preschool of terrorism. So it's a pretty striking development, politically and strategically.
And the reason we are talking about Syria is because eyewitness accounts, unconfirmed eyewitness accounts from the attack at the Bataclan nightclub, of course, is one of the attackers. The attackers heard saying Allahu Akbar, and it's for Syria. If these, we don't know if these reports are true, but France is very much involved in the coalition in Syria. How much has France opened itself or made itself more vulnerable to attacks by not just organizations but individuals who are against their actions in Syria?
I think that's a critically important question that we should all be asking and discussing frankly and honestly. I was working with the U.S. government assigned by the State Department to the U.S. mission to the UN in New York on 9/11. I was there when the airplanes went into those towers. My sister was working in one of those towers. She's of course alive today, but it was an incredibly scary event. And I think for Americans, it was the type of thing, well, they must have attacked us because of our values and what we stand for, which people, I think, are now rushing to say about France, that France is a target because of its values of egalitarianism and freedom of the press. Well, that may not be the case. It may have something to do with French policies, as I believe the evidence shows that there was a lot of concern among Al Qaeda and other jihadists about U.S. policies in the Middle East. But those don't get discussed frankly or honestly because they would require us to really look at what we're doing, something that unfortunately does not get done. France has taken a real risk in terms of a very militaristic policy in the Middle East, in Libya, in Syria, even in Afghanistan, and their domestic policies really bear a lot of scrutiny, where the majority of Arab and Muslims, especially immigrants, are put in France into ghettos, and the perception I think that many have that they are ridiculed in France. Those are really important.
It's so tiring, isn't it? So why do they put them in ghettos? Why don't they build some really nice apartments for them and put them there? And if ISIS can't be defeated, why is that? That's because they're one of the strongest militaries combined in the world. So don't be part of the world, everyone, okay? And do you remember this guy? This is the guy that I dislike so much. Okay, this guy. I wouldn't be surprised if I made this video. He is evil. This guy right here is so evil. Look. That's in French, but a lot of people think that this guy is evil because he, okay, here he is, look. He went to Libya and he went to Libya and advocated for destruction of Libya and to remove Gaddafi. And he went there like with a shirt open. He always wears his shirt open, buttoned down, you know, to his belly button with a bunch of hair showing, and horrible, evil, evil person. Okay, now I'm going to put in Libya, which actually you should see this. L-I. All right. Libya. Evil person. Zionist conspiracy in Libya. Oh well. This is just, I mean, it's disturbing, but this is just the way that the world is going now. And this is why we don't love it. And Jesus of Nazareth told us we're not part of this world. We're just, you know, we're pilgrims passing through. We are sojourners on this earth. Just, you know, at least you can see the, questions. Libyan intervention and universal values. Okay. He's probably all for, you know, the UN. Libya bans French Jew to appease Islamists. Barred from Sarkozy visit 2 years ago. All right, see this arrogance, this, you can just tell by looking at this person that, why does everyone hate? It looks like Satan right there, doesn't he? Look, he gets pies thrown at him all the time. See? In his younger days, he's never stopped. Here he is, Freemason, fake, opposite person of Gaddafi. Yeah, look, he's posing with them. Freemason. These are fake people. They're a star couple. Here he is. Oh. You know, he is disgusting. The lake of fire is being warmed up for him. Evil person. Oh well, I shouldn't judge, okay? But this is what he's known as. He's the Antichrist. He is Antichrist. Look, here he succeeded. He succeeded in accomplishing the destruction he set out to do. And he seems to be proud of it. There he is in his suit. Wow, look what we've done. Okay, thank you for watching my video, because you must have nothing better to do, because I'm in a weird mood just to, point these things out to myself even. It's shocking, everything that's going on. All these devils are going to go live with their leader, the super satanic #1 devil. Look how evil he looks. Oh my gosh. Okay. Bye for now. Oh, here's another one with a pie. Bye for now. Many blessings. Goodbye forever, all of you people. The world is a no-go zone. No matter how rich, how handsome you think you are, how, sophisticated or whatever, you're going to die. And you're going to die facing the one true creator that is going to destroy those who destroyed the earth, and you are responsible for it. You had a big part in it, you ridiculous intellectual. And you're going to go soon too. It's just the way it is. Wake up, everyone. Bye for now. Many blessings.